Welcome. This is Jim, Sawlogs Plastic Hubs, and welcome to Slop in the Shop. Just to give you a quick update what Slop in the Shop is. Other creators had different videos, this and that, or purchases, or all this kind of stuff, or mail calls, or whatever you want to call it. My case is Slop in the Shop. It's based on the way old Southern families used to keep a pig. They throwed all their scraps in a bucket, called it pig slop. So you'll be able to see anything in this video, from a project being worked on, to purchases, to just whatever I throw in it. It's sort of like a video blog. With that being said, enjoy. Okie dokie, folks, we're doing a little bit of the things that came in here in the last few days, of some purchases and some other stuff to go in the slop video. This piece of aluminum was a viewer gift, subscriber gift, payment for services gift. I don't know exactly all what you'd like to call it, but as you well know, that Michael Hale was a longtime viewer of the channel, subscriber, commenter, good friend who lives nearby, and there's been videos, hopefully by the time you see this, where we've started on him some tool blocks. We've done some stuff for him. He's been featured on the channel a good bit, and in the process of doing the tools the other week, I made some adjustment nuts for tool blocks that he's building that I basically went in and started on. So he didn't like the idea of me using up my aluminum stock, so he goes on eBay and finds me a piece of stock and so graciously had it sent here. So Michael, we really appreciate that. It was not necessary, but I thank you so much. I really enjoy your friendship more than the gifts. So again, Michael, it's well appreciated. Long-time viewers of my channel knew I had a tractor clock that was behind my lathe, and the sucker kept falling off. And in case you don't know, we like to go to these auctions, and this was on Friday night, and they had these good old Donald Trump clocks. Now, this one would, if I put the batteries in it, would say every hour, it's time to make America great. But I need a new shop clock, so for $15, we got Donald J. Trump in the shop, folks. You know, I guess we're honored on. Please don't take this as a political statement of my politics or yours. It's all in good fun. So we'll get to watch Mr. Trump for a while till the clock wears out. So I hope you don't take offense to my clock choice, sir. If you do, I'm sorry. It's all in fun. Well, politics is something we don't need to be getting into on our channels. Here on the mill table is some stickers that came in from Stephen Lang up Shark River Machine. You know, we subscribe to each other's channels, and Steve does some excellent work up on his channel. And if you're not subscribed to Steve's channel, go by and visit his Shark River Machine channel, because he does some fine work. He's got a little Atlas lathe, and he really can take that thing and get a lot done with it. That's really impressive. We're going to get him up here in the sticker wall over here that we have, and we'll let you look at that. But I'm going to got other things to show you. By the way, in case you didn't notice, Steve did send some of these stir charts and things. I forgot to mention them. But he did send me a few of them along. You know, I have a lot of my own wall charts and stuff, but it's always nice to get a little bit of swag. So, Steve, we still appreciate it. I'm sorry I didn't just jump right on for that. Hey, I'm getting old, and sometimes this bald spot, all my memory rolls out the top of it. He's over on the wall now, and we are collecting a few along the way. Some of the folks that sent me stickers years ago, and all my moves have gotten misplaced, and some of them keep sending me some more back. But you know how it is. Sometimes people get busy, and you send them stuff, they forget and get busy. I mean, if you get offended by somebody not replying to you, a YouTube creator, you probably got pretty thin skin, because I'm going to tell you, this is a brutal business. Your time is taken up a lot. You stay very busy. and just doing videos, you know, depending on how you want to edit them, but still, just doing the videos and working around the camera and shooting these videos for your entertainment sometimes can be a bit challenging. So if somebody neglects you on a sticker or something like that, just don't get upset. Just sometimes this happens, and if I miss anybody on a sticker, please email me again and say, hey Jim, I asked for a sticker and didn't get one. Because I try to stay on top of it, and I know most of these creators do. I'm very sure that most people that watch my YouTube channel watches Mr. Pete. And if you don't, shame on you. One thing Mr. Pete talks a lot about is beating a dead horse. Well, I guess I must have watched Mr. Pete too much, because that poor damn horse, he's been dead and beat so dang much and shot, I can't hardly stand it. So, with that long-winded thing, here's more children's paint cups. These come from eBay, and I bought 8 because my supply gets low again. Sometimes I do this on a basis to another channel sometimes, and I have done these for giveaways too, but is a giveaway an oil cup. And I'm going to tell you, we're going to do something here. When this video airs, and I'll know when it airs, so when it airs, if you will send me I will take the replies. Now there will be a caveat. If anybody who replies to me, if I've already sent them one to their channel or previous winner, I won't put you into it, into the draw, so to speak. But if you reply to this Slop in the Shop, and this note in that reply, I would like to be an oil cup drawing, I will send you one of my oil cups, these modified children's paint cups, anywhere in I'm going to phrase it this way, anywhere in the United States or Canada, because this is a $3 item, and to send this to Australia, no deal. I'll tell you how to make it if you'll email me. But it's just another way to see how many people will just jump on it. If you have in the past, and you live in the United States or Canada, see this video and would like to be considered for an oil cup, mention it in the comment of this video. If I've given you an oil cup, and everybody who knows who they are, I will take your name out. So, unless you call and tell me I've dropped and broke it or something, and I might think about that different. With that being said, back here is 2 water bottles. And I seen these water bottles. I was at the flea market in Morgan, North Carolina this weekend, Jamestown, and I seen the 50-cent thing. So I don't want it for a water bottle. So what I'm planning on doing is slicing these bottles down. They're stainless steel bottles. Slice them down and make a tuna cup style oil can out of them. Just make them smaller. One of these has got dents and stuff. And like everything else, it'll be shown in a slot where I'm working on. This will not be in this kind of stuff you won't probably see in a regular video. This I may not even put in the slot. Oh, excuse me for knocking it over, because I've showed it so darn many times. So probably tomorrow after lunch, or tomorrow morning, if I'm not busy, I'm going to be in the shop putting these oil cups together just because I need them. This will give me 8 more, and I've got 3 setting up there. And I've got a couple I'm going to say 2 of them may be promised right now if the individuals get back to me. So, with that all being said, that's all I've got with all this today. We're going to go outside though. One of the things I have done is I moved my little Papa's garage sign to the door. Now, you noticed the other week I may have showed you these signs that I've been mounting. These, I hope this turns out. I can't get a good view of what I'm doing here. Over here in the Ford parts, the Buick, and the Mobile Gas are reproduction signs that I picked up at that same flea market over the weekend. The Shell sign was actually, I actually picked it up off of eBay. Now, before you purists get to snorting, that Ford sign was $4 because it's a reproduction. I paid $6 for the Shell sign and $8 for the two larger signs. Now, just to give you a piece of comparison, I'm going to walk around the shop and show you something. The little Farmall sign, and I'm assuming that it's not a reproduction because it's been outside, and I bought it, it's been up at the auction, and I paid $25 for it because it was an original sign made a certain amount of time. So with that being said, these reproduction signs are cheaper, and for just their decorations. And the real fact about it is, I know the Ford sign's a reproduction because it was a gift, and I'm assuming the ones that's on the front of the building are the two tobacco signs. They aren't. I know that Chevrolet. Okay, this is something that I'm going to shoot a quick clip for this slop. It kind of got the attention of, you know, I don't know how many of you watch Sierra Specialty Auto with Joe Ray. Joe's a subscriber of mine, a really, really nice guy. And he's had a video series where he redone a buffer he uses to try to get rid of noise in it. It was a unit that was, the buffing wheels was made and sold by, I think he said Montgomery Ward, him and his father had built it. Well, the top of this is one of the first things that I ever did, pieces of it as a machinist. Then I had some help too. The shaft that those two grinding wheels was on was a piece of it's actually leaded steel, come from a machine shop that I worked in Kings Mountain. I wood rough keyed it. The bearings and the channel iron and all was provided by a friend of mine named Gene Hoyle, who was a maintenance technician at Fiber Corporation, large plants in Shelby, North Carolina. He actually did the welding too. And I think we had the motor. I don't forgot how it come about. But the interesting thing about this grinder is the wheels that's on it are actually used to sharpen well drilling bits. I may have mentioned that in the past, and if I have or haven't, but that's what it was used for. And later on in life, I took the mobile home wheel and the pieces of water pipe and welded and added just a regular household switch to a metal box in the back. This is definitely not an OSHA grinder, and it stays out back for a reason. Is I really use it out here, and it stays under my lean-to basically nowadays for one job only, and that is to sharpen lawnmower blades. It really is good because with no guarding, you can get your blades all over it. And when I sharpen blades, I balance them by just putting a screw or something in the middle and kind of heavyweight balance them like that. So I told Joe that I shot him a picture and sent it, but this is a little more background into the grinder. Joe, if you're watching this video, then you understand kind of what I was saying in those comments to yours, but it may be a while before you see it. Good morning, everybody. This is Jim, and this is something I'm doing. This is probably a clip. I'm doing some more of the beating of the dead horse. I recently received some oil cups, or some paint cups in the mail from our friends from overseas, and I received these are 8 paint cups. These are just a little smaller than normal. And when I got to investigating them, the cup was, you could put a 3/4 or half, a 3/4 PVC pipe will slide in it. So I have some 3/4 piece of CPVC, had a couple of couplets. So instead of using the whole coupling, I'm just cutting these couplings down like this. I'll bring you back. This is better. You see the coupling here. So what I'm doing is making little rings, and I'll show you that in a second. Now here on my workbench, you see that this is one of the rings right here. Now these are not glued yet. So these cups are just a little different. Every one of these cups when you buy them are different. And you just slide these rings on there like this, and we're going to fix them with this regular pipe glue and let them set up. And then we're going to use this to put the stems in these. So I've only got to make a couple more, then we'll have to glue them. So, you know, basically this is what's in progress. This is the ones that we've got now. These are a little smaller. When you're buying these cups, and I buy them on eBay all the time. So, you know, I bought these at a really good price. These were something like $8. So I got about $1 a piece in these. So, you know, it is what it is. One of the things I have said a lot about when we do these is you can't glue these with pipe glue. Well, that is very true. So what we're going to do here is we're going to use some fixture. And all we're doing here is just making us a lip. And I put the pipe glue in just to glue this little. These will be glued with a little bit of this regular pipe, you know, PVC pipe glue. And this, when this sets, this will give me a lip to epoxy too. So to do that, this one here is so tight, I'm not going to do it because the real connection is being done when you epoxy all these. So what I'm just doing is I'm just sliding. Anything is tight enough that'll get me by, I'm just going to do it because, and it doesn't have to be this super glued really good because all this is going to be for is a lip. So I'm just using a little cotton swab and I'm using this as something to set it by to sort of kind of gauge it. See, all I need is just a little lip for the plastic to ride on like that. And we're going to take a piece of rag and just kind of run around the end and get the excess glue that oozes out. And just let these set up. And then we'll mix up the epoxy and then we'll put the bottom. The one bad thing about PVC glue, this stuff sets up. And even in a can. And I'm forever using, so see, I'm just going to put a couple of dots here. This is 3 or 4. All this has got to do is just sort of hold this in place. And, oh, don't want that right there. I might have to clean that thing right there a couple times because I'm having that glue get on. Sand it and clean it. All right, let me just finish these. Okay, I just wanted to show you that I did finish the cups up this morning. Basically, what you're seeing there is 8. These are just a hair bit smaller. They'll still be plenty good enough for machining. I've got one left of the other, and I got some putting in the mail today. I'll actually mail one of these because they're set good enough to be mailed. I was supposed to go down and help my friend Tom at Hilltop today with his shaper move, and I had something to come up. I have some property I'm selling, and the lawyers got a hold. Trying to get a lawyer was a pain, and the lawyer got a hold of me. So I thought I'd go ahead and send him a peace offering anyway. So let's have a great day. Welcome, and I'm glad you enjoyed Slop in the Shop. This is a copyrighted production of James Dedman, Sawlogs Plastic Hubs, for your enjoyment on YouTube. I hope you enjoyed Slop in the Shop today, and we will look forward to seeing you on the very next video.